Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition. A Work Tuff Wednesday rendition, if you will, of Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors. Listen, before we jump into this, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, that number's going down. However, anything above zero is unacceptable. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. We're back to blue over here, to the chagrin of many. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So today is a big day. I am using the Nomad camp knife designed by Zeke MENACHO. His mother named him Hezekiah. We call him Hooligan Zeke. He is an awesome dude. I chose this knife today for a simple reason. It's been, I believe it was last week, marked the 1 year anniversary to the day that I did the video on this that started the whole path down the Work Tuff Gear road. Now, it's not the first Work Tuff Gear design I tested, but this one got Zeke watching. Zeke got Mr. Vic watching, and here we are. So, I had to pay homage to it. I hit JR up because this came from JR, shocker of shockers, and said, brother, can you send that camp? He said, absolutely. So let me give y'all some quick specs. Now, these specs I'm just pulling, and this ain't our typical video, right? The handle's 5 3/4, ample handle there. Blade length is 9 7/8 with about 8 5/8 cutting surface there. Now it's got a generous choil right there, which I like a lot, and you see me using it there. I use kind of a choke up there for some short work. Now, you'll notice the sharpness of this knife. This is actually JR's edge. So we're going to put it to the test. Now again, super comfortable in hand, man. Nobody does G10 handles like Work Tuff Gear. They just don't. I hit a couple things right here. I like hitting some of this soft vegetation. If I can speak, if I can say it, son, a little soft vegetation there, and we beat the shit out of it, don't we? We sure do. I was clearing out a parking spot at work, so there you go, to all my huggers of trees and all that. Now we finished it off here. We're going to stab a tire right here. Look at that. Straight through it, son. Look at that. Stuck in it, went through the other side. I wish I could have filmed that. Now, here's the deal. Work Tuff Wednesdays are not really about reviewing the knife. They're showing the word tough in Work Tuff Gear. So we do some things that are a little off kilter, a little off key, like stabbing a tire multiple times. You say, Scab, you do that all the time. Just go with me, okay? Now, right here, we're over at Kirk's property. We're doing the Donnie B all day drop test. We're going to do the Donnie B all day throw it at the log test. I'm talking to Kirk there, not paying attention, which could lead to disaster if you're not careful. Oh, there we go. That's what we're going to call the Kirk Weiss tip test, where we drop it and it falls. Great balance on this knife. Very comfortable in hand. Got some pretty good hard downward throws there. You can tell by the grimace on my face. I'm an animated fellow. There I am looking at myself. There we go. Now, I love this knife. Now, let me just say this. I got to get the name of this tree from Kirk. It's one that was chopped down the other day. So no, I'm not chopping another tree down. This is one that we had chopped down that we're moving out of the way. I hit the damn camera. I'm sorry. Here's the deal. This is a hardwood. All right? And again, we're going to let the knife do the work, okay? We're going to get some hard downward swings going right there. And you'll notice, now, you'll see me talk to Kirk here and there. He was just kind of giving me pointers. A knife this size, and it's got that great, the thing I love about Zeke's design is he incorporates that forward cant. He incorporates that chopping. Now, if you remember, Zeke, I believe, was on Knife or Death. I believe that's right. And he plays second, where he goes through the competition. So chopping is in his blood. And you can tell that by his bigger designs. He puts that nice forward can in there. And then you combine that with the G10 that Mr. Vic does, and you got a hellacious chopper. Now, you'll notice I'm not going ham because this is a hardwood. So, and I do swing kind of hard. So here's the deal. Any damage that will be inflicted on this blade will still be inflicted. But we're learning. That's part of the process, okay? As we're going. Now, this son of a bitch was tough. I'm going to tell you that right now. Most of the time, y'all see me on here and I'll blow through something. We picked a hardwood. That's probably a 4-inch diameter tree right there. Took several cuts. But again, you see me with the swing, I'm also letting the knife do the work. A little more pop of the wrist there. Yeah, I got mad there. Right there. Now watch as I bring it down, flick it hard. Now you see me get a lot more aggravated as I go. That's something old Scabber is not known for, patience. And let me just stop right there. If you leave a comment in another language and I mistranslate it, I am so sorry. Just know that I love you. God knows I do. All right, here's the deal. We're going to process this tree up because I'm hoping, early October, this is going to be our campground. There'll be all kind of camp outs and roughing it and all that stuff that you do out in the woods, I guess. That's what we're going to do. But you can see this tree is definitely a hardwood. Now we're getting some good swings there. The tree paid me back right there. That's what I get. But the knife held up insanely well. Now I'm going to show you all the edge here in a minute. Even though this is JR's edge, it's still Work Tuff Gear's heat treat. See, that's what you got to factor in. No matter whose edge it is, it's Work Tuff Gear's heat treat. Now, JR put like a pinky lanyard on there. That's where I got this concept from, and I really like it. And again, we're going to let the knife do the work. Now, I actually was asking Kirk right there. You know, we're working on the swings, working on for a couple of reasons, but you can see the bite. That thing bites deep, man. And again, we'll put it to that forward cant. Now, this is 1/4 inch SK85, okay? And Mr. Vic always does kind of a high saber grind with a convex cutting edge. It is 1/4 inch SK85 with that acid edge. That's one of my favorite coatings they do. And you can just see right there, towards the end of all of these, I'll start bringing the knife with it because we are testing the edge. That is part of doing this now. Now, real quick, it's Work Tuff Gear Wednesday. I've got a lot of shorts ready to come out, and you've probably already seen a bunch. I'm going to try to get some pictures on Instagram. You can see right here, different log, but you can see the bites that we're getting. You can see that thing bite so deep each time. Look at that. Now, at any time, we could have probably finished this off, but I really wanted to illustrate to you how deep this thing bites. About 1.5 minutes. So we're going to do our shout outs. Donnie B all day. Joe, Steel Force and Fire Sword and Knife. Grugsy, Legion Tactical. Isaac the Noob. And John Heffron, Wingman 115. Go check those channels out. There should be links in the description to all of them. And of course, here's old Scabber chopping right off camera on cue as he has want to do. And again, guys, Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Awesome channel there. That's my other channel. Check it out. Now, tonight, I'm going live with Bobby Shue. He's got a design coming from Work Tuff Gear, so I'm really excited to talk to him about that. I have demoed it on the channel. We'll be looking at that. Y'all join us there. Now, I wish I'd have paid a little more attention because you could see the bites. But again, right here, as I'm moving it around, rolling it around, it's doing the work. I could have finished it, seriously, and I'm not just saying this. I could have finished it 3 or 4 swings ago, but I just wanted to mess with the knife and get that rhythm down. Now, we're going to do our typical thing right here where we chop a point on it. Here's the thing about this knife, and I probably will, before I send it to JR, send it back, I probably will do a full demonstration where we cut, and guys up front, we cut the ratchet strap. You've seen all the mediums we cut, and then we still come and did some chopping. This is a beast of a knife, but it doesn't feel that way. It really doesn't. It carries well, great sheath, and it gets the job done. Zeke, my brother, outstanding. Mr. Vic, home run. I'm Scab. You're not. Hey, let's have a great Work Tuff Gear Wednesday. Love y'all. I'm gone, son.